John, how exciting is it after a year absence to be back and be able to get back into things?
Yeah, it was pretty trippy. Like stepping on the stage today and seeing all these fans in the audience. Yeah, it was. I just wanted to take that moment to just like recognize, like, hey, we all of us need each other. You know, the horror community has always been such a tight knit community, unlike almost any other fan community. So it was just so cool to be able to go, wow, we're actually here. We are, and we're all together.
Yeah, and you talked about one of the mazes, the Bride of Frankenstein Lives. What was it about bringing this for this year and to do something different that you haven't done before?
Well, this is our third time taking my most favorite franchise of all of horror, the Universal Monsters, and bringing them to life at Horror Nights. And so this year, just the idea of doing an original story that didn't exist was really appealing to us, and particularly with this character, because of all the characters in the pantheon of Universal classic monsters, the Bride, while extremely iconic and everybody knows her, and you see her on, just walk around the hall, you see her on all these t-shirts, but she's got the shortest amount of screen time of any character in any of these movies. So it felt like we kind of owed it to her to give her her own story.
Awesome. And lastly, working with Slash again on the soundtrack, how amazing is it to be working with him, and especially with the sound?
Oh, it's such a pleasure. You know, I met Slash at Horror Nights. I met him in 2013 when we did Black Sabbath, because he was a huge Sabbath fan, and he just came to the event one night, and the minute I took him through that maze and came out the other side, the first thing he said is like, I'd like to do this. How could we do this? And so the next year we did Clowns, which was 2014. And we've always stayed in touch. Sometimes you work with people, it's particularly in this industry, in the movie industry or television industry, you work with people and you might be really tight with them for a short period of time when you're working actively with them. And then you just naturally, everybody moves on to the next production. But he's the exception to that rule. And he's always, every year, regardless of whether we were doing anything with him, he was always there. And we just stayed in contact this whole time. So, as soon as I knew we were going to do Bride, I called him up and was like, feel like another one? and he's just has the same passion for it that we do. And that's what makes it so much fun.
So cool. And we look forward to Halloween Horror Nights this year. I'm sure we'll see you there.
Cool. Thank you very much.